Start your journey with a Jane Bank Small Business Loan with small business loans with as little as $10,000 and up to $4 million.
The time is 6 a.m.
Tune in to Lead Story. Weekdays at 6 p.m. Hosted by Jody Ann Quarry.
What is the Popeyes Challenge Cup? The Popeyes Challenge Cup is Jamaica's newest and boldest football competition, featuring David versus Goliath matchups as the best of the best in the country's club football take on those in the second tier of club football. It's a straight knockout competition featuring 25 teams, 7 from the Jamaica Premier League and 18 from the Jamaica Football Championship, the second tier. The 7 JPL teams are invited and are ranked based on their finish in the current season, as they will not enter the competition until after being eliminated from the JPL playoffs. The JFC team seedings are determined based on their rankings in the league as at May 2. Teams will battle it out over 6 rounds to determine the winner. So how does it work? Round 1, the play-in, will feature 14 teams, all from the Jamaica Football Championship. Pot 1 will have 5th to 10th place teams, and Pot 2 will have teams seeded 11th to 18th. Round 2 will have 8 JFC teams, the 7 Round 1 winners, and the 4th ranked JFC team. Pot 1 will have the top 4 ranked JFC teams, and Pot 2 will have the next 4 remaining teams. Round 3 features 6 JFC teams, 4 winners from Round 2, and the 2nd and 3rd place teams, and 6 JPL teams will enter the competition, excluding the JPL champion. Pot 1 will have the top 3 ranked from both JPL and JFC, and Pot 2 will have the others. The next round is the quarterfinals, featuring the 6 winners from Round 3, the JPL champion, and the 1st place from the JFC. It will be a random draw with no pots. Teams then proceed to the semi-finals and the final. Each team will get prize money based on how far they advance in the tournament. A total of $4.75 million in prize money will be paid out, with the winning team taking home $1 million. There's also a $50,000 purse for the top goal scorer and the winning coach. Get ready for the newest and boldest club football competition in Jamaica. This is David versus Goliath. This is the Popeyes Challenge Cup on CVM TV.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
I'm me, the stylist, no scammer, no style me.
From the market to the farm to the office, money talk is everywhere. But are you making sense or nonsense? The Bank of Jamaica brings you common sense with BOJ. Real stories, real laughs, and real lessons to help you protect, grow, and manage your money. Mattress savings.
At least my mattress. No charge me to sleep on it.
Partner plan.
Remember last year we needed our payouts early? But Miss Pam gave it to her cousin first.
Or a sketchy loan flyer.
Electrifying deals.
See why making the right financial choices is pure common sense. Brought to you by Bank of Jamaica, empowering everyday Jamaicans one episode at a time.
Grandpa, it's 2026. You can't keep hiding all your money in every single pocket forever.
Jamaica's newest and boldest football competition, the Popeyes Challenge Cup, rolls on with Round 2 action Tuesday, May 19 from St. Elizabeth. Buoyed by a 2-0 opening round win over Wi-Fi United, Lime Hall of St. Anne look to eliminate Stet's Elite Football Academy from St. Elizabeth. And Humble Lion enter the competition with the aim of knocking out their corporate area opponents, Medforest FC, with both teams in unfamiliar territory. It's Round 2 of the Popeyes Challenge Cup. Humble Lion battle Medforest at 4:30 p.m. and Stet's Elite FA take on Lime Hall in the feature at 7:45 p.m. Live on CVM TV. This is David versus Goliath. This is Win or Go Home. This is the Popeyes Challenge Cup. 3 giants of the Premier League. Reigning champions Manchester City. Brilliant. Title challengers Arsenal. Excellent. And perennial giants Chelsea. Your favorite Premier League teams right here on CVM TV. Missed an Arsenal match? Watch the rebroadcast on Arsenal TV. More of a Manchester City fan? No problem. Don't miss a beat with City TV. Supporter of Chelsea? Catch all things from the Blues on Chelsea TV. See it happen right here on CVM TV every Monday at 8 p.m.
Every dream conquered is another dream game. I land and I fly again like a jet plane. Headed straight in your direction. 'Cause I'm wiser, one step closer. I'm winning 'cause I work so hard. And the music keeps on playing, and the people never say we are mash up the dance. Oh, what a feeling! Don't stop dreaming. Keep on believing in the power of the feeling. Whatever you want, take a chance. Song in your heart, step in your dance. You got a spark, don't fit it down. Shine your lights
Every day when you're walking down the street, and everybody that you meet has an original point of view. And I say, hey, what a wonderful kind of day. If we can learn to work and play and get along with each other. You got to listen to your heart, listen to the beat, listen to the rhythm of the street. Open up your eyes, open up your ears, get together and make things better by working together. It's a simple message.
Hey,
hey,
hey, together,
hey,
hey. You used to what? No, we're too big for Hey Arthur.
No, Hey
is that
Arthur?
cartoon?
Yeah, I know Hey Arthur.
Yeah.
It's with a rabbit, right? Is there a rabbit?
A rabbit?
Is he a rabbit?
Yeah, man. Looking boy.
I was 2 years old when AA made me know that Barney is a dinosaur. I didn't know that.
So what do you think it was?
I just thought he was just purple and big. I never assigned an animal or a thing.
A place in the...
Yeah, but I say Barney, but I say I love you, you love me, we're a happy family. Yeah, with a great big hug from me to you. Don't you know I love you too? Yeah, so when she says, Mommy, dinosaur. I was like, dinosaur. Yeah, but you know say.
I want dinosaur.
I want dinosaur.
Yeah.
But I say Barney was a Barney, you know what? Yeah.
Like a fictional character.
Yeah, I mean,
granted that I doubt dinosaurs were purple, so I can't wrong you for making that mistake.
I just never get into the gender and that's a he, she, they, them.
Yeah.
And something them. I never really get tonight. But I'm getting into this. Good morning.
Morning, folks.
Jamaica and world.
Welcome
Hi, guys.
back. Welcome back.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thaned you.
You sound much better than you sounded when we last spoke.
Oh my God, Dennis, let me tell you, it was courtesy.
You sounded like you take up coal in your mouth.
In a mouth, I gotta tell you, it was a lot. I came back.
Are you one catch it?
Me.
Folks, we spoke. After Mother's Day, and she sounded like Mother's Day was very good.
Spectacular.
But the aftermath.
Yes, spectacular.
You know, so she never good for maths before. So the aftermath never good.
The
admats never good.
I want to say good morning to everybody at the Princess Hotel in Hanover, Green Island, Hanover there. Good morning to Angie. Good morning to everybody. My butlers were wonderful, Pierre and Javon. And there was this beautiful lady. She's with child now. And she happens to be the cousin of Region 6 in here. Yes. I'm going to get her name. I'm going to ask my husband. So it was a spectacular weekend. And normally, I'm not necessarily a big fan of like Spanish hotels because of how sprawling they are. And then you're at one point and I'm hungry and I'm actually thinking, am I really that hungry? Because the food there way clear over 10 miles away. Sometimes you even need to take a bus or a taxi to go get the food. And then by the time you're walking back to your room, the food run out of your body.
Yeah, but that's the idea. You can walk it off.
I don't want to walk it off. I want it to stay. Okay? I want it to stay right now.
Burn the calories.
But Princess, they thought about everything. They had a kiddies pool, and there were pools all around, restaurants all around, so that you never felt like you were out of food or out of water. And then their water park for the babies, Jackson. I saw Jackson. I'm like, yeah.
Jackson love water park.
I'm like, when I saw it, I'm like, yeah, this is Jackson, right here.
He love water
Princess,
park,
yes, it was spectacular, and we had a wonderful time. The food, all the members of staff, it was really a great experience, and I definitely would go back. So, princess for the princess, and I was definitely treated like the queen, and I'm very, very happy about that. So, big up to one of the time I take my last door. Hear me, I want him to call Dennis. No, to get there.
Oh.
Yeah. But
really?
it wasn't bad, yeah. But you come through Sandy Bay, through Lucy, and then just when you think you're going to last, when you pass Green Island High School, boom. There you see it.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's a nice
really
location.
Nice. I must say.
That's a nice
and it has the adult section and the family section.
Too.
So Princess Grand family and Princess Mangrove for the lovers, darling. It was really
Mangrove.
nice. Yeah. And they also have like overwater bungalows. Yeah. It was quite, I said them something going on yourself.
I come in.
Yeah. Hi, Princess. How you doing? Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got to tell you, I haven't seen you from then.
Yeah.
But I'm better now, and I'm happy to be here. So good morning to all of you. Good morning to Christine Wood. Big up to Lottie. You know what I'm saying? The entire family. And a special morning, I must say, to a lady who is an ardent fan, a supporter, a prayer warrior. Good morning to Sharon Burrows. She goes to Tashai Nails. And Miss Burrows, cheer for me. When we tell her cheer, she's like the choir. You know the choir, the university singers? Choir as a good as, right? She's such a wonderful person, and she watches the outfits that Jane Michelle puts me in, and she loves them, and she supports the show, and she supports me. So from Miss Burrows, you know, from Miss Kitty, Miss you right through like night Jew. Thank you so much for your support. But I missed you guys. I missed DJ. I missed Patrick. Yeah, designer.
Hey, Uncle Boss.
Uncle Boss.
Hey, Uncle Boss.
The entire team. But I'm happy to be here. But something peeved my nerves, Dennis.
Yeah.
I saw where you guys spoke about a video that went viral with some babies, as far as I'm concerned, who are getting all dolled up and glammed up.
Me touch it gently, because I know, but you know, them will come for me. So it actually peeved you.
It peeved me.
Yeah.
Because I'm saying to myself, Dennis, first of all, a child must eat a child's dinner. And a child should be trained and grown up as a child. You have to remember, ladies and gentlemen, there are adults, there are monsters, there are pedophiles out there who are not going to remember that these children are kindergarten, 5 and 6. And I don't understand why it's necessary for babies taking their graduation pictures to be in full glam makeup. It's not like it's a contest or a pageant or something like that. Why do they need the makeup? Allow the children to grow now. Give them time now. Why are we rushing our babies into adulthood? So watch me now. Back in the day, you know, you have your kerchief fire. You have a little graduation. Your mother pop down your little face. And you don't even put on lip gloss. You put on like a Vaseline on your lip. And I think it's a problem even with our high school students too. I think
I was
humbly,
making the same point.
Respectfully, that even some of these high school graduations, the nails, the lace wig, the hair, hello, there's a time and place for everything under the sun. And then you talk about these children with force ripe. Okay, you don't give them time to balance. You can look nice without all of the wig and stuff. There will be time to wear the wig. But I don't know when these principals of these high schools are now allowing this, because then it's in my time. If Mrs. Martin walked through and run her hand through your hair and you had any extension whatsoever, you have to come out of the graduation line. Because extensions were not allowed. The fandangles, who could wear nails at graduation? No. In your personal time, fine. But for me, it's just this rush of pushing our children into adulthood too soon. And I think it's just too much.
I mean, I weighed in on it, and I was very careful because, you know, I'm very careful in wading into women's spaces and girls'
But you're
space.
a father.
Yeah. And
you're a concerned citizen.
Right, and as somebody who, I mean... and
a well-thinking Jamaican.
I was in the education system for a long time, teaching girls, but you know, and
I know they're going to say, but I might pick them... Yes, miss.
Yes, and that is
we
why
know.
as as a precursor, I said, look here, what you want to do with your child, go. But I wouldn't let my child do it. And one of my big concerns is that those children grow up, or children like that grow up, and they remember that one time when I was pretty.
Yeah. And that's what prettiness means to them.
That one time when I was pretty, when they contoured
my nose and contoured my cheek.
Yeah.
And formed my eyebrows.
Fixed my eyebrows.
And so now you're opening a can of worms in terms of an identity crisis, because now she's not going to feel pretty unless she has the makeup on. You see what I mean? And that's such a salient point, Dennis. And so, yes, it's your child, and you're free to do with your child what you will. But at the same time, we can weigh in what is in the best interest of our children, because it affects all of us. You know, at the end of the day, the buck stops with you, mother or father, okay? But, no, man. When you look back for your little baby picture, your little graduation, you want to see with your two missing front teeth, and your two little ear, and your little ribbon, and your little clip, and your little bubbles.
Bubbles and clips.
Bubbles and clips.
That's the same thing I was saying last
yesterday.
Me said bubbles and clips.
Listen, I went to church yesterday. Big up to Go for God. Good morning, Pastor Chris. Wonderful message yesterday. And it was in our clip.
8 o'clock service, you go?
No, Dennis, 10 o'clock. Dennis, not because, 10 o'clock.
Really?
Went to 10 o'clock
But
service.
me did that 10 o'clock service. I've never seen you. Let's go to
I have evidence and proof. I would not tell a lie. And Godfather God is saying I wouldn't tell a lie.
Me did that church.
The message is passed to spiritual athlete.
Yeah.
Are you a spiritual athlete? I am a spiritual athlete. And if you come to church.
Chris, was you at church? Because I was.
Mitzi and we were at church yesterday.
And I surveyed.
God believing.
I surveyed the church. Let's go to let's get along and work together.
Yeah.
Play with each other.
Welcome to Go for God. I was singing a song. Dennis, you not trick me. I was at church. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. But hallelujah, 6 some sunrise.
What a wonderful kind of day. We can learn to work and play and get along with each other.
You got to listen to your heart, listen to the beat, listen to the rhythm of the street.
Sagicor Lifestyle Approved Retirement Scheme. Save up to 20% of your income tax deferred. The time by Sagicor Life is 6:50.
Hi, my name is Angela Knight, and my mother, who we call Mumba, she lived to care for her loved ones. So my mom, she has 8 children. She was also a single mother, and even though life was hard at some point, she never gave up. My mother found out that she was sick when she went into the hospital. The pain was so severe on her that they rushed her to A&E. And that's where they started to run tests, and that showed that it was eventually cancer. And from there, everything just went down. So I'm grateful for the decision to take out the Sagicor insurance policy, because my mom was in the process of building her house. And that's where we are going to put the money to carry on our legacy.
It's game on at Quartz. Spend $150,000 on credit purchases or $250,000 on cash at Quartz from May 1, 2026 to June 20, 2026 to be automatically entered for a chance to win one of 3 smart TVs to watch the matches in style. First place gets a 98-inch TCL Smart TV. Second place a 55-inch. And third place a 43-inch. Score big and upgrade your game day vibes when you shop at Quartz, bringing value home. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Betting, Gaming and Lotteries Act. Conditions apply.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Hi, I am Candy Pang.
Watagwan.
Watagwan.
Datagwan.
Watagwan.
Watagwan. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
Me and the stylist no scam and not style me.
From the market to the farm to the office, money talk is everywhere. But are you making sense or nonsense? The Bank of Jamaica brings you common sense with BOJ. Real stories, real laughs, and real lessons to help you protect, grow, and manage your money. Mattress savings.
At least my mattress no charge me to sleep on it.
Partner plan.
Remember last year we needed our payouts early? But Miss Pam gave it to her cousin first.
Or a sketchy loan flyer.
Electrifying deals.
See why making the right financial choices is pure common sense. Brought to you by Bank of Jamaica, empowering everyday Jamaicans one episode at a time.
Grandpa, it's 2026. You can't keep hiding all your money in every single pocket forever.
Jamaica's newest and boldest football competition, the Popeyes Challenge Cup, rolls on with round 2 action Tuesday, May 19 from St. Elizabeth. Buoyed by a 2-0 opening round win over Wi-Fi United, Limehall of St. Anne look to eliminate Stet's Elite Football Academy from St. Elizabeth. And Humble Lion enter the competition with the aim of knocking out their corporate area opponents, Medforest FC, with both teams in unfamiliar territory. It's round 2 of the Popeyes Challenge Cup. Humble Lion battle Medforest at 4:30 p.m. and Stet's Elite FA take on Limehall in the feature at 7:45 p.m. Live on CVM TV. This is David versus Goliath. This is Win or Go Home. This is the Popeyes Challenge Cup.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. So great to be back. Thank you so much for joining us here. All my sunrisers all across the world. It is 21 minutes after 6 o'clock. And I know that we're here on a beautiful Monday morning. I know a lot of you are still having the weekend blues, like, oh my God, I have to go to work. Yes, we have to go to work because the bills are still going to come like clockwork. And so we have to go out and earn. I know our children, they are just dying for the summer to come and they're looking forward to it, but we're not there yet. But guess what? We're here to make your mornings brighter, nicer, happier, calmer, and even funnier. And guess what? Even more beautiful, because this girl right here, listen, we talk about every pussy must work. Don't be a jerk. Every pussy must work. Hey, work hard, not even working like work, like TK work. Good morning, TK Dawkins.
Good morning.
How are
you come back looking like a sunrise.
I know, right?
You know when the sun is rising.
And I'm rising courtesy.
See you there?
I'm rising courtesy of Fabulous Trends. Good morning, Miss Brown.
Ooh.
And Chic and Trendy. And Chic and Trendy is over by Central Plaza.
Okay.
The same plaza where Avina, Spencer's Tailoring.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yes.
Miss B's is over by Southdale Shops. Same plaza where Susie's in her. Yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm Shop Coco Bella this morning. I said it's
You look
giving
nice.
Jamaica.
You look like an ambassador.
I feel like you should sing the national anthem around me.
Yes,
That's how I feel.
Jamaica land we love. I got
Boom.
Yeah, you look like a nice teacher on
See there?
Teachers Day. You look like you teach history.
Hey.
And you look like you're a trendy.
Hey.
Like hot teacher. Like
Hey.
everybody want to carry a book. Miss me, miss me, miss. Yeah, you look nice.
Thank you, Shop Coco Bella.
Yeah. Hi,
right.
Denise. Good morning.
Let's
How
jump.
are you, TK?
I'm good enough.
How
It's
have
so
you
good to
been?
have you back.
It's great to be back, my love. I was.
Well, like how you look like you get little rest.
I did.
Please tell me yes.
I did.
You know, usually a lady will leave one work and go another
That
work.
is so
you know.
true, and work never postponed because once it's an
Okay.
earning day, once it's a money day, it's a work
Okay.
day, and we're always working to because the Monday's up to that. But got lots of rest,
Good.
and I, you know, I'm one of those people. If I'm having the flu, I stay away from people
Yes.
because I don't want to infect anybody else.
We appreciate that.
So yeah, I want to be well, and then I can, you know, reintegrate. So yeah, but I'm good, well taken care of, and spoiled, and like a princess. Yes.
Well, let's jump into the headlines,
Yes,
shall
ma'am.
we? All right, so first up, woman dies after alleged police shooting at protest in Granville. A woman identified as Buju was allegedly shot and killed by police in Granville, St. James on Sunday afternoon. Her death occurred during a protest concerning the police killing of a 17-year-old boy a week prior. Reports indicate that Buju had an altercation with police officers who were present to monitor the protest. A significant police presence is currently in the community, but official comments have been unavailable. Now, Marlene Malahou Fort, the Member of Parliament for the area, expressed concern, stating that the incident doesn't look so good and that the commissioner will need to take immediate action. Now, this event follows a recent verbal clash at the St. James Municipal Corporation regarding previous police killings in Granville. The situation remains tense as authorities work to gather more information and address community concerns.
I saw that story unfold last evening, and it's rather unfortunate, but we're still waiting for
some more information
and all the facts to be made available, because as I would always say, sometimes you see a video from a certain point, you don't see the before.
What started, what was before, how it got there.
It's always unfortunate when citizens have to die in questionable circumstances at the hands of the police. At the same time, the police, they also have to protect themselves. And so I think I was also hearing that the officer in the incident has been put on interdiction. I think that came out last evening as a part of our breaking news. And I think that was what was issued by the police command. I'm waiting to hear what Dr. Kevin Blake has to say on the matter. And in recent times, persons have been very concerned about the number of citizens dying at the hands of police. But again, it has to be framed in a proper context in terms of, is it killed or are police defending themselves? So again, the wording is very important, but I just really want to appeal to the police to just, as calmly as possible, operate with a cool and calm head. You are the professional, you are the trained person. Of course, if your life is under threat, you have to protect yourselves, but do so as much as we need to correlate the proportionality. So if we're not using excessive force, it needs to be proportional to the threat. So if it is that you can probably fire a shot in the air, in the foot, in the knee, so, albeit you can get shot in the knee and you're still dead. But I'm just saying,
lessen the chance
vehicle, lessen the, you know what I mean? And also, I'm encouraging citizens not to be confrontational with the police. I don't know when since we get this RoboCop idea, when you see somebody with a firearm and they are doing their job and you want to intervene to create problems. Sir, police stop me. Hi, officer. Good morning. Good afternoon, sir. Yeah, I'm trying to diffuse the situation, TK, and not exacerbate it, right? So I am just saying to citizens, be aware, right? You cannot interfere in police business. You have to stand aside, because when you intervene or interfere, it can cause problems and it can escalate out of proportion and somebody senselessly loses their life. But I also hope that if it is that excessive force was used, that the police in question or the police officers in question will be brought to the books and the law will also take its course.
And these are the questions that are important to get some clarity on, especially for the citizens, especially for the force, to have a better understanding of what happened, what happens, what can happen, so that there is not this, I bet is this happened, no, is this happened, no, but we're not sure. And there's all this speculation, there's all this mistrust, because the truth of the matter is that communities need the police and the police need communities. You reach out to community members in order to help with crime fighting measures, and so there needs to be a good relationship, and these things can really, erode that. And so we're hoping that it can be sorted out.
And these situations pain me, because then it leaves it indicts also good police and good citizens, right? Because there are good citizens in every community, and when these situations happen, it's almost as if now you're being forced to take a side and pick a side, and then the good work that the police do, it's almost like it is overshadowed because of situations like these. So it is something that has been happening with a lot of frequency. We need to sort it out, we need to talk about it, and the necessary, rules and regulations must be followed, and who needs to be charged needs to be charged, and who needs to be brought before the court needs to be brought before the court, so that the law can take its full course.
Well, that's what I have for you. Until 7 a.m. we shall meet again for the morning news.
Beautiful. Shop Coco Bellas. I love it for you. The morning headlines brought to you by TK Dawkins. And coming up right after the break, Carlton is on standby with Money Masterclass, brought to you by Guardian Life.
with the highest standard of gas products to keep you safe and well taken care of. Choose well. Choose IGL.
The time by IGL is
6:30. Tune in to Lead Story. Weekdays at 6 p.m. Hosted by Jody Ann Quarry.
Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
Watagwan. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
Three giants of the Premier League. Reigning champions Manchester City. Brilliant. Title challengers Arsenal. Excellent. And perennial giants Chelsea. Your favorite Premier League teams right here on CVM TV. Missed an Arsenal match? Watch the rebroadcast on Arsenal TV. More of a Manchester City fan? No problem. Don't miss a beat with City TV. Supporter of Chelsea? Catch all things from the Blues on Chelsea TV. See it happen right here on CVM TV every Monday at 8 p.m.
I'm me, the style is no scammer, not style me.
From the market to the farm to the office, money talk is everywhere. But are you making sense or nonsense? The Bank of Jamaica brings you common sense with BOJ. Real stories, real laughs, and real lessons to help you protect, grow, and manage your money. Mattress savings.
At least my mattress, no charge me to sleep on it.
Partner plan.
Remember last year we needed our payouts early, but Miss Pam gave it to her cousin first.
Or a sketchy loan flyer.
Electrifying deals.
See why making the right financial choices is pure common sense. Brought to you by Bank of Jamaica, empowering everyday Jamaicans one episode at a time.
Grandpa, it's 2026. You can't keep hiding all your money in every single pocket forever.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Jamaica's newest and boldest football competition, the Popeyes Challenge Cup, rolls on with round 2 action Tuesday, May 19 from St. Elizabeth. Buoyed by a 2-0 opening round win over Wi-Fi United, Lime Hall of St. Anne look to eliminate Stet's Elite Football Academy from St. Elizabeth. And Humble Lion enter the competition with the aim of knocking out their corporate area opponents, Medforest FC, with both teams in unfamiliar territory. It's round 2 of the Popeyes Challenge Cup. Humble Lion battle Medforest at 4:30 p.m. and Stet's Elite FA take on Lime Hall in the feature at 7:45 p.m. Live on CVM TV. This is David versus Goliath. This is win or go home. This is the Popeyes Challenge Cup. Let's delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Salutations, my name is Orville Higgins, and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central.
What a guan?
What a guan?
That a guan pa. What a guan? What a guan?
What a guan? Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
And that's a guan pa. What a guan?
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Three giants of the Premier League. Reigning champions Manchester City. Brilliant. Title challengers Arsenal. And perennial giants Chelsea. Your favorite Premier League teams right here on CVM TV. Missed an Arsenal match? Watch the rebroadcast on Arsenal TV. More of a Manchester City fan? No problem. Don't miss a beat with City TV. Supporter of Chelsea? Catch all things from the Blues on Chelsea TV. See it happen right here on CVM TV every Monday at 8 p.m.
Should critical illness strike, don't let worry fill your head. Say hello to happiness and goodbye to worry with Guardian Life's new Ultimate Provider Plan. Secure your medical expenses in the event of critical illness ahead of time while benefiting from our investment portfolio and so much more. Give yourself and your family the peace of mind you deserve with Guardian Life's new Ultimate Provider Plan today. And live secure, live easy.
Welcome back to Sunrise and welcome to everybody who's watching this morning. Welcome back to another Money Masterclass brought to you by Guardian Life. I'm your financial educator and author, Carlton G. Stew, and today we're continuing our special children's edition of Money Masterclass with students from St. George's Girls Primary and Infant School. We have Shayna Gregory, Lamoya Lopez, Jamie Lee Campbell, Jada Lee Campbell, and Jamelia Fagan. Fun fact, St. George's is actually the first and only all-girls primary school in Jamaica and the English-speaking Caribbean, so it's a big deal. So, love this moment of empowering young girls through financial literacy. That's top tier for me this morning. So, today's lesson from Let's Talk Money Kids follows Nia, a little girl who decides not to spend all her birthday money at once and later realizes that saving really does pay off when it's time for her class trip to Dunn's River Falls. Students, welcome. How are you doing this morning? No man, students. How are you doing this morning? Fine. You're doing fine? All right, wonderful. Don't be so nervous. Don't be so calm, because I know at school you're not this quiet. Who's the talkative one at school? Talk truth. You're the talkative one, I know, and you can talk a lot at school as well. But I'm also seeing sub-prefects, I'm seeing group leaders, so that means you young ladies are leaders in your own right at school. And you're doing well at school? And you're behaving yourself at school? Okay, wonderful. So I'm going to be asking this morning, I'm going to ask this morning, tell me your name, what grade you're in, and one thing you know about money. Use the mic for me, please.
My name is Jamie Lee Campbell. I am 10 years old. I am in 5th grade, and I like to save money. You like to save money? All right, let me come back to you now. Give the mic to somebody else.
My name is Lamoya Lopez. I'm in 4th grade. I'm 9 years old, and I like to spend money on clothes.
You like to spend money on clothes? A typical girl this morning. I spend money on clothes. Give your mic to her for me, please. What's your name?
My name is Jada Lee Campbell. I am 10 years old. I am in 5th grade. And I love to spend money on important things I need for health. On important things? Give me one important thing you spend money on. Food.
Food? That's for her health. So like to spend money on food. All right, tell me your name and how old you are.
My name is Jamila Fagan. I am 11 years old and I'm from 6th grade. And I like to save my money and spend it only when it's needed.
Only when it's needed. So tell me one thing you spend money on when it was needed.
Essentials like food, clothing, and stuff like those.
So in essence, you like to spend money on food and clothes because some of those are not essential sometimes, right? Tell me the truth. You're not sure?
I like to, I like to eat a lot, so I like to spend on food mostly.
That's not good. Let me hear from you this morning. What's your name and how old are you?
My name is Shayna Gerger. I am 8 years old.
8 years old.
I'm in grade 3 and I like to save money.
Like to save money? So tell me how much money you saved last month from your lunch money. How much money did you save? Because you love to save money. $200 you saved?
No.
More than that? You don't remember how much money you save, man, and you love to save. But this morning's story, it's called Saving Money, Nia's Trip. So I want you to listen for me, please, all right? So, on her birthday, Nia's uncle gave her $3,000. Her friends rushed to the shop to buy candy and toys. But Nia remembered her teacher's words. Her teacher said to her, save some today so you will have more tomorrow. She put $1,500 in her piggy bank and she kept $1,500 for spending. She also put all her spare change in her piggy bank every evening after school. So she was saving after school as well. Months later, her class was going on a school trip to Duns River Falls. Anybody went to Duns River before? Who loved Duns River? Duns River nice, don't it? Yeah, man, it's nice. Water is cold, but it's nice. Some children didn't get to go on the trip because they did not save enough money. But Nia smiled as she opened her piggy bank. She had more than enough saved. On the trip, while climbing the waterfalls, Nia thought to herself, I'm so glad that I saved because guess what? I am on the trip. That's the end of the story this morning. So I want to ask you, what did Nia do in this story while she was on the trip? What did Nia do? Let me hear for you. Use the mic for me, please. What did Nia do?
She saved money. Her teacher said, save some and you'll have more tomorrow. So she saved money. And she saved money also after school, so she have enough to go on the trip.
Oh, nice. So Nia is a saver. So I want to ask a question now. You said that you love to save and spend money on things that you like. You said that. Give me one thing that you say you spend the money on now. Pardon me? You said you want to spend the money on important things for your health. What are some of those things that you spend the money on?
Things like, maybe like food.
Fast food?
No.
KFC?
No.
Burger?
No.
Tell me what you like to spend the money on. Which food you like to spend the money on?
Like things I need for lunch. Maybe like things I need at home when I'm hungry.
Okay, so you buy those things. But girls, it is so important that you not just spend money, but you also do what? Save money. Where do you save your money? Where do you put your money? Give her the mic, please. Tell me, where do you save the money?
In my piggy bank.
You have a piggy bank? So much money you put in the piggy bank? You don't tell me how much money you put in the piggy bank every day after school.
Don't get any more money to put in there.
You don't get enough money to put in there. Mommy, we need some more lunch money to put in the piggy bank because you don't get enough money to go in the piggy bank. Where do you save your money?
I save my money in my bank account, my personal one.
Yes. So you have a bank account? And you save money in your bank account. How much money you save every week?
I do not. I'm very unsure of how much.
You're very unsure. Oh, no, saving a man needs to save. How much? Where do you save your money, Lamoya?
I had a box where I got a camera and I put the money in there.
Oh, saving box. Are you saving? All right, so let's jump to the question. So take the buzzer. So who and who are on teams now? Who and who are on teams? The three of you are in teams. All right, come closer to her for me, please. I'm going to ask you some questions quickly. If you know the answer, you buzz in. The winner of this segment will walk away with some piggy banks, all right? So let's jump into the questions this morning. What did Nia have to do before she went on the trip? If you know the answer, buzz. Take the buzzer closer to you guys. Go ahead. What did Nia do?
She had to save money to
get in. She had to save money. That is correct. That's 1 point for Team A. Why is planning important when you're spending money? Why is planning important? Of course. Use the mic, use the mic, use the mic.
And sometimes I can save up money to have a little bit of fun, but do not spend off all of the money.
And having fun, exactly. You can't spend all the money having fun. No, sir. What is the difference between a need and a want? Do you know that? Who knows that answer? Oh, you went first, use the mic. What's the difference between a need and a want?
A need is something you will need to survive.
Okay, can't. Yes, okay, good. You need it to survive. And what's a want?
And a want is something I don't need.
You don't need it. So, yeah. So, give me an example of one need and one want. Somebody, quickly. If you know the answer, buzz. One need.
One need is water.
Water, and give me one want.
Toys.
Toys, exactly. Next question. Name one small thing a child could do to make some money.
When they get lunch money at school and they spend their lunch, they get their lunch and they have some money left back, they can save.
So save some of their lunch money. Excellent. Next question. How much money did Nia get from her uncle for the gift? Your time.
$3,000.
That is correct. How much money did Nia save from that money?
$1,500.
$1,500, all right. What did Nia do every day after school with the rest of her lunch money? Go ahead.
She saved a bit of her lunch money and put into her savings.
That is correct. And the last question, if I gave you $3,000 today, what would you do with it? You.
I would save it in my piggy bank, or I will put some in the piggy bank and spend it.
So you put some in piggy bank and you would spend some. Excellent point,
and then the
ladies.
change that I got back, I put it in the piggy bank.
Listen to me. Persons who are watching this morning, we have our young girls here today who are saving. They're not going to spend on clothes and food. But if they got some money, what are they doing? They're saving this morning. What's our score this morning, producers? Who are our winners? The 3 girls on Team B or the 2 girls here on Team A? I want to know this morning because I want to give them their prizes this morning to see who are our winners this morning. They're both winners. So they're all tied this morning, producer. But wonderful. So bring the gifts for us, please. The piggy banks and the books for me, please. Young girls, I want to thank you so very much for coming here today. You made yourselves proud, your teachers proud, your mommy's proud. Is mommy here with you? We want to say hi to mommy or daddy this morning. All right, wonderful. One for you. Thank you. One for you this morning. And the books for me, please. Say hello to mommy or daddy this morning. No shout out to mommy and daddy? Yes, anybody? Take the mic and shout out to your mommy and daddy. Who's here with you this morning?
My mommy.
Your mommy? Say hi, mommy.
Hi, mommy.
And tell Miss hi. Who's the teacher? Is the teacher here? Who's your teacher? Your teacher is here? Shout out your teacher. No, your teacher's not here. Your mommy's here though. All right, wonderful. But thank you so much. The books for me, please, guys. Yes, so thank you so very much, everybody. Listen to me. If some adults could save money like Nia, you see, plenty problems would be solved. We wouldn't have the challenges that we're having. So big thanks to the bright young ladies from St. George's Girls Primary and Infant School. I'm Carlton G. on all platforms. And remember, Let's Talk Money Kit is available in bookstores, on Amazon, and even on the 7 Crave app. So be sure to grab your copy. Sunrise will be right back as we give our girls some books as well this morning. Books for me, please. Books, young girls. Thank you. Clap yourself, clap yourself, clap yourself this morning. All right, wonderful. Girls, I want to thank you so very much. Make sure you're saving money. Make sure that you are investing. Make sure that you are saving. Thank you so very much. So you get a copy. You get a copy. And you get a copy of the book this morning. Clap yourselves. Wonderful. Thank you for coming on, all right? Wonderful, girls. Good stuff, good stuff, good stuff. All right, come, let's go. Get up.
Custom Louis V with the shades and the sweater. To find the treasure, I dug deeper, I got better. Focus, tune up my meta. Now I'm a master, money getter. Rich forever, have some new fans will look like Kesha. Regard the dance, all artists, check the fabs.
Should critical illness strike, don't let worry fill your head. Say hello to happiness and goodbye to worry with Guardian Life's new Ultimate Provider Plan. Secure your medical expenses in the event of critical illness ahead of time while benefiting from our investment portfolio and so much more. Give yourself and your family the peace of mind you deserve with Guardian Life's new Ultimate Provider Plan today. And live secure, live easy.
It's game on at Quartz. Predict the way you watch the game every time with up to 30% off select items store-wide. Get your smart TV starting at $22,999 and recliners starting at $64,999. And you can get it now with Quartz-ready finance and pay later. It's game on. Predict the way you watch the game every time. Get what you need only at Quartz, bringing value home. Offers end May 31. Conditions apply.
Already have a T-tag for your vehicle? Just top it up and go through. You can now conveniently add funds to your T-tag on WhatsApp. Just save our T-tag WhatsApp number 876-355-3336 and send us a message when you want to top up. Top up your T-tag and continue to go through quicker and cheaper on Transjam highways.
Watagwan.
Watagwan.
Datagwan.
Watagwan.
Watagwan.
Watagwan. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
Datagwan pa Watagwan.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Three giants of the Premier League. Reigning champions Manchester City. Brilliant. Title challengers Arsenal. And perennial giants Chelsea. Your favorite Premier League teams right here on CVM TV. Missed an Arsenal match? Watch the rebroadcast on Arsenal TV. More of a Manchester City fan? No problem. Don't miss a beat with City TV. Supporter of Chelsea? Catch all things from the Blues on Chelsea TV. See it happen right here on CVM TV every Monday at 8 p.m. Jamaica's newest and boldest football competition, the Popeyes Challenge Cup, rolls on with round 2 action Tuesday, May 19 from St. Elizabeth. Buoyed by a 2-0 opening round win over Wi-Fi United, Limehall of St. Anne look to eliminate Stets Elite Football Academy from St. Elizabeth. And Humble Lion enter the competition with the aim of knocking out their corporate area opponents, Medforest FC, with both teams in unfamiliar territory. It's round 2 of the Popeyes Challenge Cup. Humble Lion battle Medforest at 4:30 p.m. and Stets Elite FA take on Limehall in the feature at 7:45 p.m. Live on CVM TV. This is David versus Goliath. This is win or go home. This is the Popeyes Challenge Cup.
My life's too sad, so me no worry. My life's too happy. No matter where them talk out, no move grabby. No watch no bad mind, nobody. Mama tell me say, son, go all a mess. No make nobody trick you, I can pull up your head.
My life's so sad out, so me no worry. Oh, my life's so happy. Oh my goodness, gee whiz on your television. One of those songs that feel good songs, empowerment songs. And I just want to say big ups to Gee Whiz. Anyway, I remember when we went on tour with Gee Whiz, and that song was just all the rage. And when you heard it, you just felt so lifted, so elevated. And that's just the power of music. Welcome back, Sunrisers. And today is May 18, 2026. And if you're celebrating your birthday today, happy birthday to you. If you're celebrating your anniversary, happy anniversary. Now, from the Kingston College side of North Street, from the tracks of Kingston College and curved to medals to leadership halls at Howard University, our next guest has been building an impressive rapport, building an impressive journey rooted in purpose and regional pride. And let me tell you, it's what makes him so special, and it's how the foundation has helped to shape him over there in at Howard University. And it all started right here in Jamaica. And when you say Kingston College and North Street, you know we have to say, Fortis, Cadere, Cedere, non potest, the brave may fall, but never yield. Fortis forever. Forever Fortis. This morning, we sit down with Chairman and the President of the Howard University Student Association Senate, Antoine H.F. Walkin, to talk athletics, academics, advocacy, and representing the Caribbean on an international stage. Good morning, Antoine. How are you?
Antoine, morning.
Good morning. Good morning. It's so good to be with you guys.
Lovely, lovely. Congratulations on this wonderful feat. First of its kind, somebody from Caribbean extraction, Jamaican extraction, Turks and Caicos extraction. Talk to us about running for this position, and what did it feel like it being bestowed upon you?
I would say it's just like every other election. You know, you have to give yourself the best opportunity to succeed, putting yourself forward in a space where you're not really accepted all of the time. You know, our heritage is not always appreciated in the full ways that it should be at different universities, especially in first world countries. And so injecting ourselves and our cultures into those universities is so important. The opportunity that I had to do so was through an election, running just like any general election we've seen in Jamaica and the Turks and Caicos across the Caribbean, running for a seat and then going through an internal election process, which is even harder than a general election because you're then campaigning to like-minded people in that you're campaigning to other representatives. So the mark of what you pitch to them is a lot higher. And so you really and truly go through that process and just hope at the end of it that you come out on top, and that people see your vision for the Senate, for the body that you're representing moving forward, and see your vision for the students as well.
Tell us a little bit about yourself, Antoine, because Kingston College and your Jamaican experience is a big part of your identity, but certainly that early beginning in Turks and Caicos Islands laid the foundation.
Yes, as you mentioned, I'm from the Turks and Caicos Islands. I'm proudly a Turks and Caicos Islander. My days growing up were completely surrounded by advocacy and national pride for this country. My father being a representative for his country in many ways outside of the halls of Parliament, my grandfather serving as a deputy premier, and my uncle serving as premier here in the Turks and Caicos Islands. I mean, I grew up around people who dedicated their entire lives to service and believing in the mark of excellence beyond a layman's definition or a dictionary definition as something that you can define for yourself, and finding that mark and being able to strive 100% towards all of your goals because you've created that mark. And that led me to trying something new. When I got into high school, I was no athlete. You know, anybody who can tell you that they knew me before 10 years ago would say that they would have never guessed that I would have gone into athletics. And I tried it out after my mom pushed me to do it. And I got a full scholarship to Kingston College in 2020. And that allowed, that really and truly, I'd say it opened a lot of doors for me in terms of testing my own potential. You know, it was my first injection in a new culture where I was able to be my full self. I grew to become a young adult during my time in Jamaica at Kingston College. I was thrust into a situation where, for the first time, I was put in a school where there were only other men there. A lot of them looked like me, but a lot of them didn't sound like me. And so I was put in a position where I had to learn how to assimilate to a culture that I didn't know and find an identity in a culture that I wasn't necessarily raised in. And I think that those experiences in Jamaica taught me what it meant to put yourself forward. You know, I tried to be the best version of myself during my time in Jamaica as opposed to conforming to the culture. And I think that a lot of people who I experienced me in Jamaica appreciated me for that that ability to bring authenticity, but also to offer to Jamaica a brother, a Caribbean brother, as opposed to offering them somebody who just wanted to be Jamaican, because a lot of what happens is that people want to just become a part of the culture so badly that they forget how much you can give to the country by just being yourself and being a version of yourself that your country has provided for them.
Absolutely remarkable and spectacular. Antoine, talk to me a little bit about your manifesto on which you ran for the position that you now hold. And from where you sit, how is it that your stewardship will make Howard more attractive, accessible for international students?
So last year, I actually served in the Senate for the very first time. So I became the first Turks and Caicos Islander elected to the Senate last year. And when I ran for that position, I served as what is equivalent to a cabinet member for the Senate as the University and External Affairs Chairman. That role, prior to me taking it, didn't have a very public face. It was one of those roles that people took knowing that they could probably do something with it, knowing that they'll probably go to a conference or something and, get to meet some people. But I decided to take the bull by its horns and blow it open. I decided to ensure that the role was one of the most public-facing roles in the university, ensuring that the person who came after me felt as though it was something to ascend to, and creating that level of brother to that role allowed me to stand on a platform towards chairmanship that focused on the difference of professional and personal relationships and the importance of communication across government processes. I think that across the Caribbean, we have so many issues that just boil right down to our ability to communicate with each other, our willingness to work together, and being able to separate a personal and public relationship, or a personal and professional relationship, and understanding that professional collaboration doesn't always require us to be friends. And so with that voice in the Senate, it has created senators being able to work together, even if they don't like each other. Because the truth is, in a workplace, you're not going to be asked to like everyone. And that's an unrealistic goal to have as someone who's running an organization, a business, anything, right? To expect everyone to just get along. But professionalism is important. And so bringing that to the Senate this year, I think will do leaps and bounds. And I also think that it'll bring a serious fire to the Caribbean community, because they now see that on Howard University's campus, they can be respected. They now see that on Howard University's campus, they can be elected. A lot of what happens is we're demotivated from the start because we don't think anyone knows us. We don't think that our impact is as big. And the campaign that I ran was one to show our Caribbean brothers and sisters across the world at all universities that if you just try, you don't know how many people are thinking what you're thinking until you say it out loud.
True.
Right? And so if you just try and put yourself forward, there's nothing that our region and our small beginnings and our humble beginnings from here in this region will stop us from achieving.
Antoine, you were here before? Because no, Antoine, you sound like you're reincarnated, like Nelson Mandela in your brain, no, Barack Obama in your brain. I don't know,
I'm here trying to figure out when you find time to do your degree.
What?
Architecture is not an easy major either. So, it's really...
What's your major?
Sorry?
What's your major?
Architecture. I'm an architecture major with a minor in political science and economics.
You're absolutely amazing, Antoine. Like, seriously.
Big up you.
Like, I'm so impressed. And your mom and dad must be really proud of you. And I just wish for you all the best. Like, I'm looking at Black excellence. Like, I'm going to know that when Antoine busts into the world, I interviewed him one time on Sunrise, yeah. Hi, Antoine, it's Auntie Miss Kitty.
When he's premiere.
Oh, my God.
When he's premiere.
Yeah, when he's premiere, I'm like, Antoine, you remember me? Antoine, it's amazing.
You so much.
By the way, what's the HF in your name? What does that stand for?
Hilly Fuller. So those are my great-grandfather's names, and they were passed down to me. So my grandfather, Hilly Ewing, was actually once the deputy chief minister, what would now be the deputy premier of the Turks and Caicos Islands. So I carry his name as one of my middle names.
I love it for you, and I love it for our fellow Jamaicans, and of course Turks and Caicos Islanders and our entire Caribbean family. That you said something that was just touched me. Sometimes when you are a small, you look at yourself as small because you're coming from an island, and when you go in those big universities, you feel like, okay, nobody knows me. I don't twang. I can't talk like you, so I don't have a place here. But you have proven that that's not the case, and you can belong where you want to go.
Thank you.
Yes,
so
I think that individuality is so important. And our offering is individuality, how we come forth as individuals and how different we are. It makes us distinguishable in every single crowd. And so it makes us the perfect representatives for every room that we step in, especially ones in the first world, where we have so many people who are first generation, who hear about our culture, hear their parents talk about our culture, but don't fully understand it. And so I feel like that is also a part of our responsibility as people who are raised here, to go and ensure that those people can carry with them the lessons that they not only learn from their parents, but from people who are in their age group who would have been able to say, this is what we experienced as well, and that allows us to really carry our diaspora further than we can imagine.
Our guest has been Antoine
H.F. Walkin.
Thank you very much for joining
Walking
us.
with Walkin. Lovely. All the best, Antoine. Nice. Amazing.
So me no worry, my life's too happy. No matter where them talk out, no move grabby. No watch no bad mind, nobody. Mama tell me say, son, go all a mess.
Tune in to Lead Story, weekdays at 6 p.m. Hosted by Jody Ann Quarry.
Internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Hey, what I want?
Hi, I am Candy Pang.
What a guan?
What a guan?
That a guan pa.
What a guan?
What a guan?
What a guan? Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
That a guan pa. What a
guan? Three giants of the Premier League. Reigning champions Manchester City.
Brilliant.
Title challengers Arsenal. And perennial giants Chelsea. Your favorite Premier League teams right here on CVM TV. Missed an Arsenal match? Watch the rebroadcast on Arsenal TV. More of a Manchester City fan? No problem. Don't miss a beat with City TV. Supporter of Chelsea? Catch all things from the Blues on Chelsea TV. See it happen right here on CVM TV every Monday at 8 p.m. Jamaica's newest and boldest football competition, the Popeyes Challenge Cup, rolls on with round 2 action Tuesday, May 19 from St. Elizabeth. Buoyed by a 2-0 opening round win over Wi-Fi United, Limehall of St. Anne look to eliminate Stets Elite Football Academy from St. Elizabeth. And Humble Lion enter the competition with the aim of knocking out their corporate area opponents, Medforest FC, with both teams in unfamiliar territory. It's round 2 of the Popeyes Challenge Cup. Humble Lion battle Medforest at 4:30 p.m. and Stets Elite FA take on Limehall in the feature at 7:45 p.m. Live on CVM TV. This is David versus Goliath. This is Win or Go Home. This is the Popeyes Challenge Cup.
Welcome to Morning News. I'm TK Dawkins. The death of a St. James resident Sunday in the Granville Square has triggered greater criticism of the police. Locals say there was no need for the crime fighters to shoot the woman who died behind her steering wheel. Nika Lewis picks up that story.
As protesters in Granville planned to shift from the Granville Square to the Sam Sharp Square in St. James, another tragedy. The residents had been demanding justice for 2 weeks now, following a police fatal shooting of a teenager on Mother's Day. An ironic blow. A woman locals identified as Latoya Bulgin, also called Buju, was shot and killed in this black van in the driver's seat.
Give them driver's license and check your two man. Two argument. Then they just jump in a vehicle and shoot him, you know.
So she was actually sitting in the driver's seat?
Yeah.
They took her driver's license?
Yeah, man, check him out, man.
Look at it?
Yeah, man.
After which she was shot?
After.
And you were right there when it happened?
See, so right.
Only last week, the St. James Police reported concerning levels of violence against women in the parish, citing growing number of female deaths under tragic circumstances. Locals fear this is enough to see residents departing from their usual support the police have been celebrating.
Not so much stand, you know. Police can kill people and come to solve whether they're right or wrong. We don't know what going on. Something must be done. There must be a process, a way of dealing with things. Criminal or no criminal, life's a life. A life is a life, brother. You can't take life as you feel like, and you give life. A woman let you know what she do. She have gone what she do. She's in their process.
Last week was one, this week is the next one. Yeah, it's all full. It's a lady, brother. You can't kill a woman. Yeah, you can't kill a lady, brother. I don't know what happened, but you can't do that. You can't handle it more better than that. Last week was one, and this week is the next one. So. People are more fed up. Can't take no more.
Member of Parliament Marlene Malahoo Ford, quick to the scene, says tensions are high in the space.
You're coming into a community like Granville on the heels of a fatal shooting by the police, where the wounds are still raw and the emotions are raw. You have to be very, very careful. Always we have to preserve life. You know, I make no apology. I stand on the side of the law. And so when the footage is accessed, I expect that action will be taken swiftly, because the citizen want to know that they can trust the system, and already the trust is very low. So I'm expecting.
Nika Lewis, CVM News.
Meanwhile, the police high command has ordered the interdiction of a policeman following the fatal shooting in Granville, St. James on Sunday. The incident has been reported to Indicom and iProbe, which have launched full investigations. Preliminary CCTV evidence prompted the decisive action, as the JCF stresses that any conduct outside the law or professional standards will not be tolerated. The force says this case is under active investigation and reaffirms its commitment to accountability, transparency, and public trust. Of course, CVM News will continue to monitor this developing story. The handling of Hurricane Melissa relief funds is again under political scrutiny. The opposition leader is among the latest raising concerns after reviewing the Auditor General's report. Kevin Black tells us more.
Opposition leader and the PMP president, Mark Golding, is accusing the government of mismanaging Hurricane Melissa relief funds following the latest Auditor General report. Golding says the report shows billions in donations were received for disaster relief, but only a small fraction had been spent months after the hurricane.
So when I read this report saying that as at February 23rd, 2026, 5 months after the hurricane hit, ODPEM, which is the Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, received a total of $1.44 billion in cash, and they had only used 26 million Jamaican dollars, less than 2%, to spend on the people who are suffering. That is an act of gross dereliction of duty of the government.
He says many communities in hard-hit parishes are still struggling, despite the level of assistance announced by the government.
The government roof initiative giving relatively small sums for people who have suffered major losses, and this money could have helped it go further. It's a disgrace. I think if there's anything that would make people angry in this country, knowing how much hardship the people who experience the brunt of Melissa have gone through, it is this.
Golding also questioned the management of the disaster response system and referenced changes made to the ODPEM after the hurricane.
The Prime Minister took ODPEM, which is supposed to be an independent disaster preparedness organization, set up under some strong legislation. I know it because it was passed when I was Minister of Justice. And he took it, put it into the office of the Prime Minister, under his leadership, changed the man in charge and brought in somebody else from the JDS. And we all wondered why. And now we see this.
Kevin Black reporting for CVM News.
And in sports, Brownstown, coached by Donovan Loftus, emerged winners of the Cassava Championship when they defeated Seaview Gardens 2-0 on Saturday night at the Constant Spring Ground. The match, which was shown live on CVM, will now see Brownstown in the playoff for a spot in the JFF second-tier competition.
So this is a hard-fought game. Both teams are trying. Here's a ball inside, and that's the first goal. Is it? Yes, it is. Brownstown has taken the lead. A ball coming inside the box. The Seaview players seem to have fallen asleep defensively. And it's Brownstown who takes the lead. Now let's take a look at that. Here's the ball floated in by Collar. We already said that he'd be one of the danger people. Ball coming inside. Defense fell asleep. And then look at Damian Worm just getting the boot on it.
Difference along with that goal by Worms.
Yeah, 4 minutes plus. Can Brownstown get another one here? They have numbers to their advantage. That one down towards Messias can... Oh! That is it. That has put the icing on the cake. It is it Shepherd? This substitute, is it? Yep. Or is it Shaman Watts, the substitute? What we know for sure is that Brownstown has now put the matter completely beyond doubt. And one of two things had to happen. Either they conceded or with Seaview throwing everything at it. Now here's the goal. Ball looped down and the defense wasn't as effective as it should be. Ball spread out towards the number 16. That is Walsh. Yeah. He worked his way towards the goalkeeper. Got it in. Oh, it's not. It's the substitute Shepherd. Yes, it was Shepherd who managed to get behind. There he is. And that is why you bring on a substitute to make that kind of impact.
And that's it for Morning News. Join us again at noon for more from our news and sports desk. I'm TK Dawkins. Sunrise continues after this.
Delve deep into the issues. We'll take you beneath the surface.
Greetings and salutations. My name is Orville Higgins and it's another edition of Fan Central.
Talking to the people at the heart of the top sporting stories. Hear from your favorite sportsmen and women and the administrators who work tirelessly to make it all happen. It's live sports talk.
I've written an entire article.
Yes.
Looking at all the major issues every Tuesday at 9 p.m. It's Fan Central. What is the Popeyes Challenge Cup? The Popeyes Challenge Cup is Jamaica's newest and boldest football competition, featuring David versus Goliath matchups as the best of the best in the country's club football take on those in the second tier of club football. It's a straight knockout competition featuring 25 teams, 7 from the Jamaica Premier League and 18 from the Jamaica Football Championship, the second tier. The 7 JPL teams are invited and are ranked based on their finish in the current season, as they will not enter the competition until after being eliminated from the JPL playoffs. The JFC team seedings are determined based on their rankings in the league as at May 2. Teams will battle it out over 6 rounds to determine the winner. So how does it work? Round 1, the play-in, will feature 14 teams, all from the Jamaica Football Championship. Pot 1 will have 5th to 10th place teams, and Pot 2 will have teams seeded 11th to 18th. Round 2 will have 8 JFC teams, the 7 Round 1 winners, and the 4 4th-ranked JFC team. Pot 1 will have the top 4 ranked JFC teams, and Pot 2 will have the next 4 remaining teams. Round 3 features 6 JFC teams, 4 winners from Round 2, and the 2nd and 3rd place teams, and 6 JPL teams will enter the competition, excluding the JPL champion. Pot 1 will have the top 3 ranked from both JPL and JFC, and Pot 2 will have the others. The next round is the quarterfinals, featuring the 6 winners from Round 3, the JPL champion, and the 1st place from the JFC. It will be a random draw with no pots. Teams then proceed to the semi-finals and the final. Each team will get prize money based on how far they advance in the tournament. A total of $4.75 million in prize money will be paid out, with the winning team taking home $1 million. There's also a $50,000 purse for the top goal scorer and the winning coach. Get ready for the newest and boldest club football competition in Jamaica. This is David versus Goliath. This is the Popeyes Challenge Cup on CVM TV.
I'm me the stylist, no scammer, no style me.
From the market to the farm to the office, money talk is everywhere. But are you making sense or nonsense? The Bank of Jamaica brings you common sense with BOJ. Real stories, real laughs, and real lessons to help you protect, grow, and manage your money. Mattress savings.
At least my mattress. No charge me to sleep on it.
Partner plan.
Remember last year we needed our payouts early? But Miss Pam gave it to her cousin first.
Or a sketchy loan flyer.
Electrifying deals.
See why making the right financial choices is pure common sense. Brought to you by Bank of Jamaica, empowering everyday Jamaicans one episode at a time.
Grandpa, it's 2026. You can't keep hiding all your money in every single pocket forever.
Tune in to Lead Story, weekdays at 6 p.m. Hosted by Jody Ann Quarry.
Hi, I am Candy Pang.
What a guan?
What a guan?
That a guan, pa.
What a guan? What a guan?
What a guan! Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
That's a guan, pa. What a guan?
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
We want a piece for Jamaica. Yeah. Yo, what are you?
Oh, man, none of that. Oh, no, brother, no, man.
You see you ever play ref? No, the game, no play.
Yeah, but I look a bad game. No, I said, place when you come from, brother, I want to live good, man. I want to live good, brethren. No shake hand, I can play a little bad, brethren.
Really have to shake hand?
Yeah, man, and no badness, brethren. Just live good, man.
Come together, I make the violence done.
Welcome back, and thank you so very much for staying with us, Sunrisers, here in Jamaica and all across the world. If you're watching us on YouTube, thank you for making the smart choice and the smart switch and always keeping Sunrise and Mrs. Kitty in the mix. Please do remember to hit the like and subscribe button, and always remember to spread the word. Now, in the aftermath of any disaster, people expect relief to come quickly, especially families trying to rebuild their lives. But recent concerns surrounding the reportedly low use of the disaster relief fund following Hurricanes Melissa and Beryl, those have raised big questions around accountability and transparency. So this morning in Law and Order JA, brought to you by the Ministry of National Security and Peace, we're unpacking the legal side of public disaster funding, how these systems are supposed to work, who is responsible for the oversight, and what safeguards exist to protect public money. Joining us this morning is managing partner and my former lecturer at Don Cox, Emil Leiber, and he's my very special guest this morning. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning. Thank you. So I'm also former managing partner as well.
Oh, former. Very well, because you wear a lot of hats.
Yes,
because you're president of the
Jamaica Chamber of Commerce.
I knew it. Yes, a man of many hats. Indeed, veritable counsel. So I do understand.
Yes.
And in terms of, just managing the money, a lot of people are looking at it, Emil, and wondering, okay, less than 2% of the money has been used and we're still out here languishing. Talk to us about the framework that guides and guards how these monies are spent.
So, firstly, for this particular type of money, you have the Disaster Risk Management Act, which creates ODPIM. And, the concept of a disaster, of course, is that it's supposed to move quickly. And you're supposed to try and target and go for those who are in need. But, there's some conflict, I think, between that and some government structures. There's emergency procurement, and there are provisions which allow. So procurement normally means that, you select contractors who are tax compliant and things like that. But you might not be able to find a tax compliant contractor right away.
Yes.
In such circumstances, and there can be exceptions for that. But the concept is supposed to be identify the need and go where the need is greatest and, spend those funds quickly where it needs to go.
So what does the Disaster Risk Management Act say in terms of disseminating and spending the money? Is it time sensitive? Like you have to do it in a particular specified prescribed time? Are there those overarching rules? Or is it that the government can say, well, we have not spent the money as of yet, because we are waiting to develop a proper framework so that we spend responsibly?
So to the best of my knowledge, there's no time limit for spending. There's time limit for reporting and reporting guidelines, but there's no time to say that you must spend within 10 days. Because, every disaster is variable.
Yes.
So it depends on the needs and so on. So I know in this situation, they said, well, some things were in kind, some things were done by JDF, some things were done by international partners. And so I'm not sure if the underlying message they're trying to say is that, well, we didn't need to spend all of this. No, there's clearly still needs. I was involved in some of the exercise of trying to identify those leads, wearing another hat. And so it's a balance, because what you don't want is to spend $1 billion and then you ask what happened to it and where did it go, But so there is a balance between moving quickly to identifying the needs, but ensuring that accountability and systems for accountability are in place.
Is there any act in Jamaica or law where the citizens who are greatly affected by what has happened vis-a-vis Hurricane Melissa and Beryl to summon the government to pay? Because, okay, yes, you're sitting at your house in your bed with your AC and you're fine. And we're out here languishing. My roof is gone. My house is gone. Life as I know it, my livelihood is gone. And we elected you to be there. And frankly, you're not serving us properly. And so I need to do something. What can citizens do? Or is it that our hands are tied?
So there is a concept of judicial review where the courts have a general oversight of actions and inactions of public officials. So if a public official fails to do their jobs, but that they were mandated to do by law to do, then you can, seek judicial review. I appreciate for the average citizen that may not be a practical course, but certainly lobbying through your member of parliament and otherwise is one avenue. But really, the concept is that they are supposed to operate in a particular way. They're supposed to account within specified time frames, and they are really supposed to be serving the purpose for which they were set up.
Correct.
Right.
Correct. In terms of the funds being used, if it is that, for example, they're not used for what it is that they were procured to be used for, does a legal issue or matter arise in that regard? So you got the money to build the roof or you build the houses, but not to build a road. So you tell me about the road. I don't care about the road. It is to help the persons in that scenario, what legally applies or obtains there?
So there's the general and there's the specific. So in this instance, they were talking about donated funds, which are a little different from tax dollars, but it still forms a part of that National Disaster Fund. Once it goes towards the disaster relief, it's not really specified and earmarked to say it's for this roof or that, because the thing with what has in essence become public funds is that the Ministry of Finance and Public Service does have to approve and direct how it is best. And so it doesn't remove the decision making within the public sector apparatus, let's put it that way.
Yes. Well, lots of people are, you know, of course, there is the new Charity Act that just came about recently, NARA as well. Lots of discussion around that and those areas. Is there anything as citizens that we must take into consideration in terms of holding our representatives accountable from a legal perspective? Because sometimes it sounds more of, boy, you now do this or you now do that. But maybe if our citizens were armed with the knowledge of the law, what is supposed to happen and what course of action they can take. So I can go to my MP and say, look here, based on so-and-so act, I was listening to Mr. Emil Leiber on Sunrise with Miss Kitty, and the law says so and so and so and so. So if you don't do so and so and so, this is what we are going to do, and get a class action suit or something, because people now know you know what your rights are.
Yes, no, it's very important to know your rights. So you have the, as I said, the Disaster Risk Management Act, you have the Financial Administration and Audit Act that all the government bodies are supposed to comply with. For citizens who want information, you have the Access to Information Act, and they have to comply within 30 days. So they do have statutory duties to account to the public. And then the whole purpose of the audit reports is supposed to be tabled in Parliament, and Parliament is supposed to hold these public bodies accountable. And so if Parliament fails to do that, then you say, you know, Parliament, you're also not doing what you're supposed to do. And so again, this is all governed by judicial review, where you can get together and say, you know, this person who has been given a statutory power, and it's very important, you're exercising a statutory power, you're failing to exercise that statutory power properly, you know, that this is something that should be reviewed by the courts, and there should be a determination that this person should be directed basically to do their jobs. To act.
Very well. All right. So there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be having more conversations around NARA and around, you know, the Charity Act and what obtains, what does it say? If you want to be, if you want to start a charity, what are the steps? What are the prerequisites? And what are the responsibilities that you have? Talking about NARA as well. What does it mean? Who is going to be put in charge? What does it mean for the country? What does it mean for the average Jamaican? And how we will be impacted by it. So much more to distill here in Law and Order JA. And I want to say thanks so very much to Emil Leiber for being here this morning for this very important conversation. And we will be having more of them. So stay with us right here on Sunrise. And thank you so much for staying with Law and Order JA, brought to you by the Ministry of Justice.
Your hard contribution builds a stronger workforce and strengthens the economy. It's not just contribution, it's transformation. The time by heart is...
Everybody want to see a country right now. One thing about Jamaicans, we might have differences, but we know when something is good for all of us. And when we work together against crime and violence, we are stronger than ever. And that's how we know the Citizen Security Plan can work. That one name CSP. The Citizen Security Plan is an initiative of the Ministry of National Security in partnership with the European Union. It's an all-of-government effort to create safer streets and build stronger communities. Go to mns.gov.jm to learn how you can play your part.
Tired of the high interest rates and the whole heap of loan payments every month? Take a debt consolidation loan from AIM to pay credit card bills and all other high interest rate loans from other institutions. Make one low monthly payment to AIM and take home some extra money in your pocket. That's financial freedom. One loan, one low payment. More money in your pocket. Call AIM today to lower your loan payment. And remember, you won't find a better deal elsewhere. Guaranteed.
There's nothing like a Jamaican greeting.
Yeah, look.
Blessings.
Yo, man them.
Father Mold Wagwan! Celebrating 25 years of connection. Every call, every click, every message, and every shared moment. Digicel, powered by you, connected by us.
Lucozade, bring the energy. Unbeatable taste, new look.
Trans-Gem Highways is having a 50% Mother's Day discount on T-Tag packages. Get yours from the teller at the toll booth for only $1,250, including a $500 toll credit from May 4 to May 30, 2026. When you get your T-Tag, top up to keep using it. Choose whichever method of topping up is most convenient for you. Go through quicker with a T-Tag every time on Trans-Gem Highways.
Super Center, everything for your home and more.
Bring back the fun of shopping. Discover the best finds in every aisle of amazing items. For your kitchen, your living room, your bedroom, or any room, Azan Super Center has that perfect touch to elevate your space to the next level. Our team is ready to help you find what you are looking for you or someone else. So stop by our Crossroads store today and rediscover the fun of shopping.
Azan Super Center, it's a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
The internationally acclaimed On Stage with Winfred Williams.
At a new time, Saturdays at 8 p.m. on CVM TV.
So much more than entertainment.
Hey, what's up, one?
Hi, I am Candy Pang.
Watagwan.
Watagwan.
Watagwan. Watagwan.
Watagwan. Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays at 8 a.m., 1:30 p.m., and 10 p.m. on CVM TV.
Three giants of the Premier League. Reigning champions Manchester City.
Brilliant.
Title challengers Arsenal. And perennial giants Chelsea. Your favorite Premier League teams right here on CVM TV. Missed an Arsenal match? Watch the rebroadcast on Arsenal TV. More of a Manchester City fan? No problem. Don't miss a beat with City TV. Supporter of Chelsea? Catch all things from the Blues on Chelsea TV. See it happen right here on CVM TV every Monday at 8 p.m. Jamaica's newest and boldest football competition, the Popeyes Challenge Cup, rolls on with round 2 action